3,000 number is pretty common, but the 8,000 is a pretty vertical line. It's a big number. So for us out there, when we're talking to business owners, it's a real struggle if they're a retail shop, and if they're a restaurant or a bar, it's even worse. But
would it be a good time, like blood in the waters? Is it a good time to go out and start snatching up retail? And then
I don't think so. I wouldn't buy any retail, but here's what you can do to help, right? I have like 4 strategies we're using to help local stores, because we're all local businesses. We want to support local, right? So my 4 strategies is to first look through your database, see who owns businesses, any kind of business. We're all affected. And I'm going to reach out to those business owners and say, hey, listen, I'm going to feature a business on my social media every week throughout COVID. And I want to feature you this week. I want to support local businesses. And then you talk about your assets. You're like, I've got 2,000 people on Instagram. I've got 3,000 people on my Facebook page. Is there anything you'd like to offer to this audience to try to encourage them to come see you? You want to throw out a gift, some kind of incentive. So number one, you're going to encourage them and try to help them. Second thing you're going to do with them is you're going to try to give them some brainstorming. So you can say, hey, I'm going to put together a little brainstorming group. Could be on Zoom, or could be like 4 or 5 of you meeting at a coffee shop once a week. I've seen a lot of agents doing this successfully. And you're bringing 4 or 5 business owners together and you're just brainstorming, trying to help, right? Trying to give them solutions. And then third thing you're going to do is just be someone that's actually talking to them. When somebody gets sick, and I don't know if you've ever experienced it in your family, but somebody gets seriously ill, you have a minute where people rush towards you. But then really quickly, people move away from you, right? People actually don't want to be around sick people. They don't really want to deal with it because it's too tough. They're just like, let's not even deal with it. And that's what's happened with businesses. Poor business owners had a lot of love in March, had a lot of love in April, but then everybody's disappearing, right? Like, sorry to hear about your luck. You need to be somebody that sticks with them and is calling them and consistently engaging with them. And the last thing is, the fourth thing is, some of those people are going to need to liquidate. Some of them will not survive this. 8,000 haven't so far. So they may need to sell their location. They may need to sublease their location. They may need to close a location. They may need to sell a rental property or their personal home just to keep funding the business. And that's where you're there because you've been there and you've been standing near them.